Hello everyone. In this video, I will talk about what an object is in JavaScript and how to access its specific properties. Okay, and at that at the end, we will use this new learning together with arrays and events. Okay, uh, but first, look my code here in my web page. Okay, I add here a short project. When if we click here, for example, in add John, we can add an object within an array, and this array people. Okay, and if I click Maria or Anna, you can see that I add other properties to respect names about these buttons. Okay, but we will do it after I explain about object. Okay, I will remove it and remove two and remove two. Okay, save that. Oh, perfect. Nothing. Okay, nothing. Before, what is an object? An object in JavaScript is a structure that allows us to store information in key values pairs. Okay? Uh, it's very useful when we want to represent something more complete than just simple data. For example, I will add a constant person. Constant, no. How can we add an object? We can start it with a constant or variable, okay? But in this case, I will use constant. For example, people, okay? Next, equal to this constant. To be an object, we need to add the keys pairs, okay? Enter. Now here we need add a structure between keys and values or properties and values. Okay, for example, how I'm talking about people, we can add informations about a people. Okay, or better person. I think person is better. Okay, here on the line 2, I can add informations about a person. For example, your name. John, for example. Okay. And the next information or the next key or properties, I can add your age. Can be a number, for example, 25, or a string, for example, John. Okay. You need to understand that I will not go into more detail about the types of data that we can add to an object. I will leave that for another time. Okay, guys? Okay, it's important. Now, if I add here a console log person, save that. Look that I create here an object, okay, with these properties or these keys, name and age. If I click here to see better, we can see these properties here, okay, so it's important. But how can I see just a property, not the all properties? To see adjust properties, we can add console log, add person, and dot notation, and detail here properties that we can see. For example, name. Save that. Oops. Save that. Perfect. Look that now we can see just John. Okay. Before I need to talk about this signal. I forgot the comma. Okay, to separate informations between keys or properties inside an object, we separate using comma, not semicolon. Semicolon, yeah, but common. Okay, it's important. Don't forget, guys. Um, Now, look that to use specify properties to see, we can use the dot notation, but we can use other properties or other notation, like an array. Okay, console log person are add um, add brackets. Okay, not dot but brackets, and add the and add here, 1 moment, guys, add quotes. Okay, uh, to specify the properties, age, for example. Save that. Look that now we can see 25. Okay, it's important to work adjust and properties, not the all properties about the object and object. Okay, now we can go to our project. Simple project. Okay, simple task for us. Look here, I add here the correct word is empty array. Okay, people, and add some functions, and I add here add event listener to click to use these buttons. Okay, I will save that. I will remove this. Okay, perfect. Now, what I would to do when we click and add John, for example, I would add some informations about John to our people array. Okay, if you don't know about event or arrays, you can see my last videos. Okay, when I talk about arrays and event listener. Yeah. To do it, first we need add an object to each function. It's important. Okay, so first I need to add here, for example, I think so, person. Yeah, because John, it's just a person. I can add just person like our object. Oops. Okay. And here I can add some properties, how like name, for example, John, and your age, for example, 16. Okay. Now, to send our object when we click and add John, okay, when we click here, the line 19, and our on our add John function, we need to push this information, this object, to our people. Okay, so we need to add here people dot push notation. Okay, I talked about it on my last video, and add here person. Okay, it's important. Now console log to see the difference about people. Okay, about our array multiplication people. Okay, save that to try John. Perfect. Now next we need to do the same thing. For example, add here first and add name like property, okay, Maria, and age 40, okay. People dot people is our array, okay, it's important, dot notation, and push property to send our person in this case, okay, this case, because if we click to Maria, he will send this person, not this person, okay, but this person here. It's important. And console log people, okay. Then I will to do the same thing here. Const person to equal name Anna, age 36, for example, okay guys. Perfect. And people dot name, nope, people dot push, because we will send this person, okay, this object about Anna, about this function, and add here person, add person, okay, like index, like position, and add here a console log just on our browser people, okay. Save that. If we click John, we can see adjust an object here. If we click on Maria, we can see two objects. If we click to see better, look that John was our first button, then we click at, and so John, okay, was the first, that is, sorry guys, is the first position, the zero index, okay, and Maria is our the second position, so index 1, and if we click in Anna, we can see 3 index here, okay, 3 position, 3 objects into an array, okay. If we click here to see better, look that we can see name John, age 16, the second object Maria, age 40, the third object Anna, age 35, okay. It's really important, guys. So that's it, folks. If you like the content, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, okay. See you next time.